All right, I think we're live here. We got a lot going on. Today's live. Happy Monday. Come on in. Come on in. All right. We are now live. What's happening? Blue, how are you? Good to see you. Number uno. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the membership. Wow. Just when you think everything was kind of like just going away with the Epstein files, just going to evaporate. Just when I was out, they bring me back in, guys. Hello. I was gonna, have another topic tonight. Hello, everybody. Just getting home here, fighting for the homeless. Some productive news with that. We're going to talk about a couple things. Laura Trump. We're going to talk about Laura Trump. What's going on with Laura Trump? Well, big news, guys. So come on in and get your popcorn. Laughs. Thank you for continuing membership, Laughs. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Is MAGA bigger than Trump? Yes or no? That's what we're going to talk about. Is MAGA bigger than Trump? Hello, Mike. Good to see you. Good to see everybody in here. We have an interesting live tonight. I promise I'll try to keep it under an hour and a half. Sometimes it just goes longer. Maxwell. We're going to lead off with Maxwell. And Epstein. We're going to lead off with the Maxwell. Now, for a lot of you, I want to bring you up to date. She is serving 20 years. She's already served, I believe, 3 years. She's got 17 years left. But she says, wait a minute. We watch TV. We watch a lot of TV in prison, and I have the full details on what's going on. Hold on one second, guys. Let me get in the Oval Office. I'm in the Oval Office. She says, wait a minute, Janine. You guys, I want a little plea deal. I never got the right trial. I want to talk to Donald Trump. Whoa! Things have changed. And Donald Trump almost apologizes. Oh, I didn't hear this, Sal. Yes, Laura Trump is his concierge. Well, actually, Laura Trump is his daughter-in-law, and she says, Trump feels for everybody. I finally get it. And you see my thumbnail. Trump says, I get it. I know it's important. Why? Because he knows Tucker, myself, lots of MAGA, you right now are confused, and he does not want to lose that because he's the president, but he wants to hand the torch off to the next president out there. So we're going to talk about that. So come on in, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. A lot is going on, and I got to tell you, I want to continue with different topics, but you just can't help it because it's still disturbing. So let's lead off to Maxwell. She's 63 years old, and she went to prison. She went to prison for the sex trafficking with the young ladies. She was charged, and right now she's watching TV. She's watching primetime YouTube videos. So she wants a plea bargain. So she wants a lesser sentence. And for that, she will release information on Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the problem. Come on in. If she does, could we see possibly 2 allegedly suicides or deaths? Guys, this is bigger than, oh my God, this is like the mafia days. This is crazy stuff that's happening right now. So that's where we stand. Maxwell, girlfriend of Epstein, she got charged for 20 years. And now she says, I'm going to give out some information. I'm going to give out names. And also, I'm going to clear this up for Donald Trump tonight. You guys, I was calling him out yesterday. Not calling him out because I like him. But today, we're going to talk about how his name is kind of cleared from all this. And I'm going to tell you in a second. Let me just check out everything on my end real quick, guys. Hold on real quick. Let me just make sure we're good. Okay, come on in. Now, before I go any further, I appreciate all the likes on this video. And yesterday, in the last couple of lives, we picked up a total almost 800 new subscribers. So thank you so very, very much. I appreciate it. It's all for you great people. It's amazing. Yeah, how can we trust? We're gonna get in. That's what we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into Maxwell. We're also gonna get into this Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz. He was live today on Newsmax, and he pretty much rolled out Barack Obama. He rolled out Biden. He rolled out our President Trump. He's actually rolled out Hillary, and how he's rolling them out. Well, stay tuned. I'm going to read some comments, and then we're going to get into that. Yes, it was a big Como. I like Como. He does a good job as far as the news. He had this Dershowitz on. If you missed it, it was only about 15 minutes. If you believe him, if you believe this guy, I just don't know. Because I'll tell you why, guys. This is dirty. Politics is dirty. And I'm going to tell you right now, living on the streets before, this is mafia stuff on steroids. Because this lawyer, Dershowitz, let's say he's telling the truth, he's got to be very careful. You think he'll actually come out and say A, B, C, and D was on the list? For YouTube, I'll just say A, B, C, and D, or former president. But he did say this. Detroit, how are you? He did say this, though, Dershowitz. You know what he said? However, there's some that are deceased. Some that are deceased in politics on this Epstein list. However, he goes, I'm not going to confess that there was any crime. And he also got into Epstein before he was charged with anything in his home in Florida on how they had some cameras, and those cameras were witnessing some of these people that are coming and going in his house. And he said that there was nothing on there as far as any politician or celebrity or anything like that. So we are covering the Epstein files, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, I'm going to tell you, they're getting very close, Joe. Thank you for being here. Because Donald Trump, he says, according to Laura Trump, Chicken Nuggets, you got the membership. According to Laura Trump, his daughter-in-law, Consietta, she says, I quote, Trump feels for the American people. Now, she didn't say mega. She said for the American people. I like that. Laura Trump is good. Let me tell you something about Laura Trump. Be careful with Laura Trump. I like her. Anyhow, she says Trump feels how important, I quote, that Donald Trump feels about the Epstein files. However, he's been so focused on what I said yesterday on making peace. And what did I say last night, guys? How this can vanish everything and make it go away. May those kids always be remembered in the family. A peace deal, or a ceasefire, ceasefire with Russia and Ukraine. So he says his mind's on that. His mind was on Texas. And Laura Trump says his mind is on making sure that the nukes are destroyed in Iran. His mind's on a lot of other things, like protecting our borders, our border control, protecting them. But he gets it. You see in my thumbnail, he gets it. That tells me, only my opinion, that Laura Trump wrote that post yesterday. That's only my opinion, because remember the words, no one cares. I said it 100 times yesterday on my live. No one cares about the Epstein files, and I was really mad, and I called Donald Trump out. No one cares. But now Laura Trump says he cares. He gets it. I'm back. I'm with you, MAGA. I'm with you. I'm with everybody. So that's what we're going to talk about that tonight's live. Appreciate you guys coming in. We have 102 in here. They changed some things around on this. Let me see here. What is going on? They're having, looks like there's numbers of the chats and stuff. So they finally got, see Detroit #1. Never voted, never will. That's my choice. Absolutely is. Yeah, he changed the format here and changed some things around here. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but hey, that's up to YouTube. But I'm noticing some of those changes. Now, before I carry on and continue with this, I appreciate everybody being here on Monday. And that once again, thank you so much as we reach 31,000 plus subscribers on these last couple lives, or last week or two. It's amazing. All thank you to you guys. I greatly appreciate it. Job well done. I was in a meeting today, and we got some accomplishment here. I apologize on my anger on the meeting anyhow, and we're going to get more notice. People are going to start getting more notice. The homeless on the street, so that's good news. That's great news. Yeah. So welcome in, everybody, and I appreciate everybody being here on this Monday, and I actually feel better today, a little bit better, if you believe it. Now, a couple things we're talking about. Alan Dershowitz, he was live today with Newsmax and Como. Hold on one second, guys. Let me lower this TV. Right now, Bill O'Reilly's on live, so he's talking. I had to lower his voice down. He's live on Newsmax. He's still mad. Bill O'Reilly's on TV right now. But here's the deal, guys. So right now, according to Laura Trump and the daughter-in-law, if she's telling the truth, if she is telling the truth, according to Trump, I'm sure Trump, I'm sure he's watched lots of YouTubes. He loves the social media. I'm sure he takes time out from everything else he's doing for this country, and a little bit of golf that he plays. And I'm sure he's watched a lot of the videos that are going around. And he knows, you know, I'm here for MAGA, and he knows a lot of people are MAGA or upset. And I'm sure he's changed his tone. And publicly, he has not come out and said he apologizes, but he won't. But at least Laura Trump has spoken for him and said that he feels different. He gets it now. Actually, the words were, according to Laura, he gets it. I get it. How important? It is important. It is important. It's very, very important. And but at least if it's according, if she's correct, that's good. Now, here's the problem I have with this Alan Dershowitz. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying 2 minutes of his I read people. He was on live. He was the lawyer Epstein. I am not buying it. He's scared. I don't blame him. He's scared because he's saying that Bill O'Reilly is wrong. He's saying that Tucker Carlson's wrong. There's nobody in Israel involved. You know, how does he know that? Because he was the attorney. He's covering his ass. Ardell, how are you? He's covering his, and he's scared. He's scared because they can easily make his life miserable, in other words, right? So he is very, very scared. But I believe some that he said, I looked, you know, his eyes did not blink too much, like straight out. That tells, and he says this, no former president or president now, meaning Trump, alive was on that list. So that rules out Donald Trump. That rules out Barack Obama. That rules out Bill Clinton, Bush 1, Bush 2, or majority of the politicians. Not all, majority. However, there's some that have died that were on that list. Now, all of a sudden, some have died as he continues with that interview. And then he went on to, this was on Como, to say there was video surveillance of, he also said this, as far as the suicide goes, taking his life, that happened. That he was convinced 100% that Epstein committed suicide. Now, that's up to you guys. I still think there's more to that. That's just my opinion. I've heard from people that were in that prison at the time, friends of mine, people I know, and if they're saying the truth and I believe them, they're saying no, it was not any kind of suicide. But he did not rule out people forcing him to take his life. Alan Dershowitz. So he said, he says what his information was. So in other words, he dodged that question, right? People forced him to commit. Maybe, you know, what he's trying to make it sound like is, because we all know in prison, they don't like child molesters, and they don't like people who take out frustrations on women. That's what is in prison, right? So he kind of cleaned that up. So that's where we stand now. What do you guys think with this? It gets crazier and crazier. You know, you kind of feel like we're heading in some ways in the right direction with the Epstein files. Laura Trump saying how important it is. Bongino, by the way, Dan Bongino is back. He went to work today. Trump says everything's nice and nice. You know, he's back. There's no problem. Like nothing happened, but something did happen. Bongino didn't show up on Friday. Pam Bondi is not fired as of now. I still believe, thank you, Detroit, in my opinion, that Pam Bondi will be fired, but not right away. That's my opinion. It's just going to play it out right now, because right now, Trump doesn't want to take the heat, and if he fired her right now, it would make things very complicated and almost show that, you know, he's guilty in some ways not guilty, but on some ways made the mistake not showing the Epstein files. Now, by the way, I keep saying files. According to this Dershowitz guy, this lawyer, he says this. I quote. He goes, the list was out. And I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Am I missing something? He goes, oh, the list was out. The people seen the list. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, because according to Pam Bondi, there's a list. According to Donald Trump, and I love him, and I'm MAGA, there was a list. Trump ran a campaign. Just rewind it, MAGA. I know you just don't want to, but go back to 24, and Trump says, yeah, well, we're going to unravel that. So it just gets worse and worse. I just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, if they take this woman, Maxwell, and we, like Lemon J, thank you for that comment. I did read that. If Maxwell comes out and says this, I'm going to give out this name, that name, this name. How do you know that she's actually telling the truth on a plea bargain? We don't know. But it could put an end and a closure to this, not the kids and the families, but a closure to this, and finally Trump can move on, clear mind, and work on some very, not that this is not important, Epstein's very important, John F. Kennedy, Epstein files, Martin Luther King, and Trump's assassination. But maybe now his mind can be clear, because we need him right now. I trust him to continue full force on a better economy, safer borders, peace in the Middle East, and Ukraine and Russia to end, and much, much more. So what's your thoughts on today? Do you think we're going to get some closure on this? Will we get some names, 5 names, 4 names, 3 names? Will we just get information or nothing, and this is going to blow over? I can tell you this right now, in my opinion, it's not going to blow over until some of these things happen. So I'll read some comments here. Appreciate you guys being here on this Monday. 23 likes. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's kind of getting ridiculous now. It really is. Maybe she promised not includes Trump if she gets a pardon. Well, I'm sure there's some communication between her and Trump. And I don't mean directly from the cell phone from the jail. But I'm saying, I'm sure her attorney and Pam Bondi, I'm sure they've made some conversations more now than they did last week, because of all the television, social media attention this is getting. What happened last 4 years is important to me. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ozzy. Thank you for being here. Joe Nixon, oh man. Yeah, so I think, here's what I think. My gut tells me that Maxwell, real soon, like this week, next week, her attorney will come to a plea bargain, because it wasn't a fair trial, according to her. They'll go for 10 years instead of her, I think she has 17 years left. They'll reduce it 10 years. She'll give out names her attorney feels safe. I'm sure they'll go over with Pam Bondi. I'm sure Donald Trump will talk. I wouldn't be surprised that Trump talks to Barack Obama, because there's some people on both sides. Guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I mean, Trump doesn't like Barack Obama as far as politics. These guys talk. Can I just be honest with you? Barack Obama and Trump talk. Okay? They talk. And I'm sure they'll cover some of the angles they can cover. I'm sure they'll be very careful with anybody allegedly being from Israel on there, or China, or Italy, or anywhere else. And they'll be very careful, put a couple names out, bada boom, bada bang, and this will move on. The problem is, I make it sound so easy. We got to always remember the people who had children and grandchildren that were molested, mostly females in this. So, but that's what's probably going to happen, in my opinion. Thank you, Mike. I think that's what's going to be the outcome. I think all of a sudden now we're hearing Maxwell come out. And now Laura Trump, props to her. At least she came out and had a talk. I believe it was Fox. Somebody from Fox. So that's the headline news tonight with this whole Epstein situation and files. All right, let me get my... There you go. I'm going to get my meeting room there. So... Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Now, what's going on with this top fan stuff? Let me see something here. Okay, pretty good. So Detroit 75, Lee, a.k.a. Mike. Okay, cool. So I've seen this on other lives, and now I'm able to do it. So it's top chats. It looks like who's chatting and some. So yeah, YouTube. God bless YouTube now to make it more, entertaining. I mean that. Props to YouTube because I've seen it across the board on other YouTube channels. Now we finally got it here on our station. Hello, Terry. Good to see you. Good to see you. So 29 likes, 187, 150 in this chat. Appreciate everybody being here. I still can't go outside, guys. The heat is just crazy. And I feel for these homeless people. I think Trump signed on to a job he didn't realize was so difficult, nearly deadly. Scary probably. Yeah, that's a great comment. That's a good comment, Blue. High five, fist bump. Yeah, I talked about this last night. We had over 1,200 people in here. I talked about it. I said this. I think what happened with Trump was this. Be honest with you. Again, he was handling so much stuff. The Iranian nukes, keeping our borders safe, trying to make the economy better, and working on a ceasefire with Russia. And peace and everything, and be a husband and be a father, a grandfather. He loves those kids. I mean, like most presidents do, whether you like them or not, or don't care. I think he forgot a little bit about Epstein, or felt that Epstein wasn't important. And obvious, he admitted it. He admitted because Laura Trump came on. I forget who it was. Lemon J, if you want to look it up. It was Fox, and she says he knows it. That's the words. Laura Trump says her father-in-law knows it. That's important. It's really important. So pretty much he knows. Because he doesn't want to lose his MAGA. You know what I mean? It's not that he's going to run another presidency. He doesn't want to. He loves us all. He loves all of us. I really believe he loves both parties. He just wants people to be confident and believing in his system and common sense. But I think he gets it now. I hope he gets it. So. Bullets 408, how are you? Appreciate you being here. Well, according to the Dershowitz guy, he says that no president that's alive is on that list, or majority of a political power people are on that list. So, if you believe it, his lawyer was live about an hour ago on Como. I don't believe it all. But that's just me. I don't believe it. I think he was. What was he going to say? You think the lawyer was going to come out and say, Joe was on there, Sally was on there, Vinny was on there, this one was on there. You think he was actually going to name those people? The guy would not have dinner tomorrow. Okay? It's simple as that. Ozzy Crosby, what's happening? Now I'm going to step away just for 1 second, guys. Hold on. So I just don't think he might have told some of the truth, but not all of it. He knows that there's powerful people on there. He's just not going to say. I think Maxwell will. Because here's the deal. Are we going to see two people deceased? If Maxwell, for conversation, guys, Hello, everybody. Come on in. Thank you for being here. I'm Sal. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Richard coming in through. Sal, buy yourself a cigar and put the rest towards the homeless. Whoa. Thank you so much, Richard. Richard, I greatly appreciate you sponsoring today's live. Thank you so very much. I will. I will get a cigar and I will get some stuff for the homeless. I'm planning on going camping. So we're going to go big on Wednesday instead of Thursday this week. I did feed a lot of homeless today. Bless Maribel's heart. Real quick, we'll get back to this Dershowitz stuff and Maxwell. Maribel made some good burritos, egg white burritos, vegetarian style. Then she made some meat, and we did. So, Richard, thank you so much. We'll be putting that together for Wednesday. Of course, I'll be out there tomorrow. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Maxwell, I don't think you're going to see two people deceased in a couple years. I don't think if she did give out names and her lawyer said it was safe and somehow these names are true or come to be true for conversation purpose, like as Lemon J alluded to, we don't know if she's telling the truth. Let's assume that Maxwell comes out and says, yeah, these are the names. I don't think her life would be taken. Yes or no in the chat. Do you think Maxwell's life would be, they would take, I mean, if she came out Friday and said, these are the names on the list, you think they would take her life in prison? Yes or no? What do you think? That would be very suspicious for Republicans, Democrats, MAGA, Trump. Anna says yes. Think about that. Be very suspicious if they took her out. If they took her out, my goodness, how things could change. Ardell says yes. Ardell, you should be getting that shirt probably tomorrow, I hope. RF, well, RF, I don't think he is, but that's your comment. And according to the Epstein lawyer, he says no. Amanda, how you doing, Amanda? Granberry. Yeah. I just don't see them taking her out. Debbie French, thank you so much for the floating hearts. Appreciate that. Floating heart. Also, too, I got to tell you guys, news today, what had I been talking about? Iran, possibly involvement with Donald Trump's assassination attempt on that July 13th. Good evening, everybody. Appreciate everybody. We're back to our later time tonight. I'll say this. She was smart to go public with it. Might just be enough to protect her. You know, that's true. Could be. I mean, she's got to be the happiest person right now, right? I mean, first of all, what a piece of shit. I'm sorry. When it comes to kids, Epstein, anytime it comes to kids, I don't like it. But she's got to be happy in the sense of, yeah, the birds. You hear the birds, Ozzy? She's got to be happy in the sense that this. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Happy poop over here. Forget about it. Thank you so much. Benny Johnson spoke to Laura about her interview with President Trump. Oh, it's Benny Johnson. Okay. That's right. Benny Johnson. Thank you, Lemon J. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lemon. Yes. And breaking news, did Ozzy Osbourne just pass away? Hold on, is that confirmed? Ozzy Osbourne has passed away? Shit, I know Ozzy Osbourne. Can somebody check that out real quick? I mean, legend Ozzy Osbourne, I know he just had his last concert, has passed away, or is it something else, fake news? I don't know. So, I appreciate everybody, the donations on this live. Leah, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know, Maxwell, if it's a hoax. Okay. She's got to be happy because she's got the ball in her court, because the lawyer is not going to say nothing. I mean, oh, he's alive. Okay. He's still with us. Debbie French, thank you so much. He's alive. Okay. He's alive. Thank you. It's good to hear that he's still alive. I know he stopped his painkillers. He had his last performance. Shout out to Ozzy Osbourne. He was on my top. He's on my top 10 list for classic vinyl and rock. Hey, Detroit, I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, we, thank you. We, amazing audience again today. But again, it's a hoax, okay. The last 5, 6, 7 live streams, all because of you. I'm just sitting back here and try to keep it somewhat entertaining and speak what's on my mind. And, you know, I got people, family members now. My uncle, who runs a Republican party, he's big into Republican, and he says yesterday was a good live. I'm like, whoa. Anyhow, so it's nice to have everybody on here today once again. Floyd, how are you? But Maxwell, that's what we're talking about right now. I think she has the cards in her hand, because I think she'll go ahead and make some names up, give out some names that she can give, and she'll probably get a reduced sentence. She'll probably get 10 years. She's already served 3. She'll probably do maybe 7 more, and she'll be out. She's 63. She'll get out at 70 years young, and she'll go on with living with what she did on as far as sex trafficking and participating in these horrific acts that I won't even discuss. And finally, Trump now finally understands how important it is for MAGA, how important it is for people who don't care and who do care. Never, Detroit. Appreciate you. Not at all, my friend. She only got 20 years. Yeah, she got 20 years, and she served 3. So, Maxwell. And now she's watching all these news outlets and YouTube and the Joe Rogans and the Tucker Carlsons, and she's probably saying, hey, call our lawyer. Hey, I'll give out some names. And he probably said, you sure? Yeah, why not? He wants it because lawyers, all about fazools. And he probably said, you know, there's a chance. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'll take that chance. Meaning, yes, somebody could take her life. But hey, she'll roll the dice. She'll roll the dice. That's what I think anyhow. I think she's going to come out and give out some names. And I think what's going to happen is Trump knows this too. Again, Trump playing chess 4 pieces ahead. And Trump's going to say this. Trump's going to say, oh, man, we can't. I don't know about all this. Let's just go ahead and unravel this. Or he'll say, let her come out and bury herself, and then we'll, you know, whatever. Something like that's going to happen. This is not going to end. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Epstein, maybe for you has ended, but for me, but for most of the media and for Trump and MAGA and Democrats and Republicans and people that don't really care, it has not ended. Trust me. It's not ended. Not yet. All right, let's see here. Release on Trump and Epstein files. Yeah, I think it's. I think we're gonna get. They have no choice to give out something or information. She wants a book deal. Maxwell. It's amazing though. I said this last night and the night before on all these lives. The government covers. They will not tell us all. Right? And there's some things we'll never really. I mean, we can assume what happened. Conspiracy, John F. Kennedy, mob, not mob, Cubans, this and that. UFOs, maybe, yes, no, here. We don't know, here in Nevada. There's just Martin Luther King, maybe, yes, whatever. There's just some things that government will not expose, CIA, and here we are with the Epstein. But I think this is a little bit different this time. Just a little bit, because I'll tell you why. Here's how it's different. We have an administration over there on the Democrats. 90% of them do not care about any of us on here. And by the way, I'll go a little farther. They don't care about the immigrants. All they care about is the vote. So you have an administration that just doesn't care. Majority. Maybe a few do. And the ones who do care, they're scared to come out and say anything because it's like a mob. Worse. Then you have the Republicans. I don't consider Trump a Republican. I know he has the R, that have been not together. They don't stick together. The George Bush, they lie too. That's why people like, I think it was Detroit on here and other people don't care about politics anymore. You get fed up. But then you have somebody who comes along with Make America Great Again, and Trump, who's putting his pants on like we do, fighting for us. He's not God. He doesn't walk on water. I've called him out, but he's a hell of a lot better. And here we are hoping that this man will change things for a future Republican Party, future Democrat Party, because you will see a Democrat Party again, and just change the Constitution on how you got to protect the borders. You can't have other countries having the nukes. Other presidents have talked about it, like Clinton and Obama. They never did shit because they were worried about what would happen in their legacy. He's been amazing. And I think that's why MAGA is so wrapped up around this Epstein files, because we don't want them to make any mistakes. So I got to tell you though, guys, that's why this is going to come out. Because another reason, I said this yesterday, Elon Musk is a very dangerous person. And I know a lot of you are saying, no way. He's very dangerous. He's got so much money, and I believe he has more power than you think. Don't underestimate Elon Musk. And I know a lot of you are saying he cannot be president. Anything is possible. And he can form the right candidate and brainwash somebody on the Republican side or Democrat side, probably the Republican, and grab him or her and develop a third party. It's very crucial time, and I don't think a third party would be the right way to go in my mind. So it's a very delicate situation with the Epstein. So for those who are coming in and saying, wow, maybe you're making it bigger than it is, maybe Tucker's making it bigger than it is, maybe MAGA, I mean, a lot of these YouTube channels, no, I don't think so. I think it is pretty big. So Laura Trump could be the one to clean this shit up. Clean this stuff up, excuse me. And by the way, watch out for Laura Trump. She can very well be the next. You know, I keep saying Marco Rubio or J.D. Vance. Watch Laura Trump. She smiles. She's smart. She's a little cocky, but not too cocky. She's good. So Chicken Nugget, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hope your driving is doing well. Let's see here. Neo11. Let's see here. Trump, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Is this Diddy's lawyer? No. No, I couldn't represent that piece of shit. Yeah, have a good night, Chicken Nugget, and congratulations on that membership again. Tucker already said he would join Elon. Oh, did he? Yeah, I did not hear that, Bruce. Thank you for letting the audience know that. Did you read that? Tucker's already, I think a lot of you already know that. That Tucker would, I just don't, I don't know if Tucker is fit to be president, but that's just my opinion. So. The British are coming. Appreciate you guys being here on this Monday. Can't believe it's Monday already. Thank you so very much. I'm hoping, let's see here. Tucker smells of CIA. Yeah, CIA, speaking of CIA, I still don't trust them on all this stuff either. So I think they're lying as well. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. And there's they just put that top fans in here on my vertical here. Pretty cool, pretty neat, interesting. Stephen, how are you? Stephen Robinson, how are you? Stephen, I think we're getting closer in a sense of information. I don't know if we're going to get necessary more than 5 names, 10 names, as Mike alluded to, Mike M. But I think if they just give out a few names, it could very well ease up MAGA and most people. Because mostly MAGA that's upset, you know, of Trump supporters that are disturbed, not upset, but disturbed from the situation. Did you hear about Trump welcome Elon back? I did not hear that. That would be a total bombshell. You'll imagine, because Bongino's back. Yeah. Hey, Bruce, I appreciate that. And you're one of those subscribers, and thank you. And you're one of those loyal subscribers, so thank you, Bruce. Yeah. Are you not MAGA? I'm MAGA, yes. You didn't hear me correctly. Really, Elon Musk coming back in? I just don't know. There's been too much. I don't know. Anything's possible. You know, I have not heard that, Richard. Wow. It'd be interesting, though, because you got Bongino, who finally came back to work today, who I'm actually a little pissed off, because I don't think anybody should walk out or not come to work unless you're sick. And, you know, I understand he was pissed off at Pam Bondi for different reasons, but you don't walk out. But Trump took him back. I think it's the right thing to do, though. I'll tell you why in a minute. See, guys, it was the correct thing not to fire Pam Bondi, and it was the correct thing to have Dan Bongino back, because if you would have fired her, I still think she might get fired, but not yet. If you'd have fired her yesterday on a Sunday, or even today, and not take back Bongino, then he shows he lost control of the cabinet. Am I right, guys? Right or wrong? You know, Lemon J, they said that today. Como was talking about that, Lemon J. I'll just read it. So I think Make America Great Again, MAGA, will become the American Party after the Democrat Party dies or disappear. Yeah, Como almost alluded, not in those exact words. So, but one more time, if Trump, yes, I think it was Stephen Gardner that had something on about it today. I will look back at the message. Oh, yeah. I like Stephen Gardner. I didn't hear that on his, but I'm not doubting you. Interesting. And what we're going back and forth with here, Craig, how are you? Is on Elon Musk coming back and working for Trump. So, yeah, 5D chess in full play. Yeah, politics can be complicated. Politics can look great. The dream team. Politics, people get fired, and politics is very dirty. And I think that if Trump would have fired Pam Bondi, Whiskey Tango, thank you so much, I appreciate that, and not take back Bongino, because I think if it was any other person other than Bongino, because Bongino's MAGA, he probably said no, but he don't want to lose control, because once you fire somebody or let go two people, and then Kash Patel can go. Rumors are that Marco Rubio was upset a little bit at Trump. It would have been a total mess. So he did the right decision on not firing Pam Bondi and not firing Dan Bongino from not going to work on Friday. If it was an Italian president, I would have fired them both. I don't care. I would have fired them both. I would have fired Bongino. I don't care if he's Italian, African American, Irish, a hillbilly, or a woman. You don't show up and you don't come to me in an office or a desk like that's AI behind us and discuss what's wrong with you, you're not coming back. As far as Pam Bondi, you know, you fumbled the ball too many times. You should have came to me and said, hey, Trump, are you busy with other things right now? He would have said, yes, why? Can I talk to you? So for me, I would have fired them both. But that's me. I'm not the president. I'm a YouTube guy. Thank you. But, you know, he didn't want to lose his connections with the MAGA. And he wants to keep the MAGA, as Lemon J says, maybe possibly, because MAGA could be bigger than Trump. So think about that for a second. All right. Not firing people for showing up as weakness. Chops, thank you for that comment. Yeah, I mean, well, I'll just put this in a chat real quick for entertainment. Should Dan Bongino, even though he's had a fallout, an argument, Maribel, thank you so much, with Pam Bondi, to not show up on Friday or Thursday or Friday or Friday? I mean, and then, oh, I'm coming back, everything's okay? No, you're not coming back. I don't care who you are. I don't care how MAGA, you're gone, you're fired, but And also, too, Kash Patel, because there was reports that he was taking sides with Bondi, excuse me, with Bongino, the two Bs, Bongino. Frank, how are you? Thank you for that comment. Debbie, what's happening, my friend? Elon apologized to Trump with Bongino, and he's having problems. Yeah. You know, the more... yeah. I hope I'm wrong, but if you have one more problem, not so much with the Epstein files, somebody spills a cup of coffee on Trump or something, any kind of weird shit that happens between now and the next 2 months, not good for the administration. Let me be honest with everybody. Let's not hide. I'm doing well. Jeff, what's up, Jeff? Good to see you. Thank you. I'm doing well. Appreciate it. Aladdin, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Let me take a look at this top fan stuff here. We got Richard number 1, Debbie number 2, Leah number 3, Detroit 4, aka Caroline number 5, and Mike M6 on this this top fans. Interesting. I have to see. They put it in a interesting spot there. I don't know if I like that spot, but anyhow, what are you gonna do? Uncle Charlie, good to see you. Well, Bongino and Kash were Secret Service together in Trump's first term. Yeah. I mean, both are badass. I mean, I like them both. Don't misunderstand this, Bruce. I'm just saying, I was taught a long time ago, you show up at work. If you have a problem, you show up and discuss with your boss. That's just how I was raised. Yeah. And I'm a huge fan of Bongino. Excellent podcast. Good person. Smart. What's up, Diesel? Good to see you on here. Thank you for being here, everybody. That's why Kash is taking sides. Yeah. Frank Barber, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Now, if you're new, like and subscribe. Let us know where you're from. We appreciate it. Pelana, how are you? We got the top fans finally implemented on this station. I don't know where the hell it's been. It's been on other stations, but YouTube finally got around to it. It's pretty cool. Another way to make things kind of interesting and entertaining. Shout out. That's nice. I feel differently if we're talking one-on-one. You lost trust in me, and it's time to move on. I feel differently in talking. I don't know. You got me lost on that. Sorry. Yeah. But raising, shout out to Tennessee, Connecticut. Bongino's a big ego and temper. Yeah. You got him down. But still good. Still a good supporter and a smart man and been around and, so. What is your position on Israel trying to pull us into a war with Iran? I don't think. I think we're going to be okay on that short term. The question was about Israel and Iran. I think short term we're okay. I think the ceasefire is going to hold. What's up, Lafayette, Louisiana? What's going on? Tez Shin, how are you? Good to see you. Send me some crawfish and shrimp. Appreciate you being here. I'm just kidding. I appreciate everybody being here tonight on this Monday. And let's hope that eventually we get some closure on the Epstein files. So, that guy. Yeah, whatever hair I got left, my wife's trying to make it look a little thicker. I cut over here, I cut over here. What the hell are you going to do? But we'll go another 6 months and we'll shave it off. But anyhow, hopefully we can get some closure because of a number of reasons. Children's, the parents, the families, and just trying to hopefully trust the government again with Trump. And I think people want that. That's why Mega is so mad. You guys understand why Tucker and a lot of people are mad? They're mad because, I don't know about Tucker. He's got other reasons why he's probably mad. But mad because we finally trust a commander-in-chief. So that's why so many people are upset. So, will they let Maxine? There's no. I think Maxine Maxwell is in the driver's seat. I think she's probably going to get a lesser sentence. That's my opinion. Bongino is solid family man. Yeah. You know, Debbie, I did hear from sources, though, that him and his wife are having some marriage complications. Anytime a guy is making, he was making some, what was it, Lemon J? He was making a lot of money on his YouTube podcast, and now he's making less money and more work. And he's doing it for us. So that's good. We got to keep that in mind, too. But I heard, you know, a lot of times in marriage, money's very important. So, but yeah, family man. You know, he was raised the right way and been around with the FBI. He's not afraid to talk and speak his mind. But you don't. That doesn't accuse anybody not going to work. We're gonna move on from that. What was the other question? Sorry, did I mess up? I see Jeff. Oh, Maxwell. Yeah, I think that's what it was, Jeff. Maxwell, I think we're going to hear something. I think she's going to end up getting a lesser sentence, and I think we're going to get some names. I really think that's going to put this thing, not to sleep, but on a timeout kind of thing. How's that? A timeout. Yeah, he's a hothead, you know. And that's why, Ozzy, and Rudy Giuliani, who I lost a lot of respect for Giuliani. I probably would never vote for him unless he was going against he ran a horrible campaign in Florida, and he did some bad things to some friends of mine. I can't go into it. I wasn't a fan of him, but he's a hothead. Italians, guys, if you're an Italian out there, God bless us all. But it's in our blood. We get hot-headed, and things can happen. Now, I'm not going to say that's good or bad, but as a commander-in-chief, could be. And you got to think about it. Trump is not Italian, but he's a New Yorker, and he's like a hothead, right? And can cause problems. Yeah, I never really cared for Rudy Giuliani at all. Met him once. Very cocky. What he did for New York was amazing. On 9/11, he's an amazing, he's a smart man, wasn't smart enough to be president, a bit of a hothead. I was just using an example. I would not vote for him unless he was going against anybody right now, like an AOC, God forbid, or I have no choice. But anyhow, Rudy's done. He isn't able to, I heard that too, yeah. Hey, Don, how are you? I heard that too, Lemon J. Andy, how are you? Good to see you. Trump's on the Epstein files. Well, the lawyer tonight, Dershowitz, says that no living president or vice president are on any kind of, he didn't call it a list, but, well, he did. A list is not on a file. So basically, no Barack Obama, no Joe Biden, no Bush, and no Donald Trump. And I will go farther, he said, and majority of government people, majority are not on there. That's according, not to me, Dershowitz. Who's he? That lawyer from Epstein. Yeah, that's funny, Ozzy. First of all, I don't think anybody is poor at English. Dude, I'm not ignoring you. The chat is moving medium speed tonight. Now, we got this top fans on here. What do you guys think about that? Interesting. Brandon Jimenez, how are you? God bless you. He's a liar, admit it. A liar on why? It'd be liar on what our segment is on this, on Epstein? No. I'm disappointed. Tish, yes. So Maxwell wants to, she's discussing with her attorney to possibly give some closure and give out some names or information on the Epstein files. Yes. And I think that I'm sure her attorney and Pam Bondi and Trump have discussed this over the weekend, if not probably they've probably been talking about this for the last 2 weeks now. So thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Now, thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate the donations and likes and subscribing. If you're new to the channel, we do help out the homeless when we can on here in the Las Vegas area. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like and subscribe. Also, make sure you support your other YouTube channels, particularly if they're MAGA. Anybody, if you enjoy the content, shout them out a like and subscribe. Obama likes the boys, according to young witnesses who just passed away. Yeah, Teresa, I can't confirm any of that. I was not a Barack Obama fan. Not a good president, but you know, there's a lot of this that went out. I'm just telling you what the lawyer said. He said that these, pretty much, he's saying that none of these presidents were. Now, I'll go a little farther. That weren't even there on the Epstein Island, according to the lawyer of Epstein. So that's up to you guys. Do you believe? I mean, you can go back and watch Newsmax. It was on for, it was a whole, you go on YouTube, I'm sure you'll hear the lawyer. Just look up Alan Dershowitz. Just look him up. Just go on YouTube after this live and you'll hear his interview with Como. I believe 10%. That's it. That's all I believe. The rest is not the truth. In my opinion, because of his safety. You know, and they know I'm sure the guy wants to live a little bit. Let's see here. Some Republicans are blocking Maxwell's testimony. I don't think it could be blocked. I think this is going to have to come out. Something has to come out. I don't care if they just come out with 2 names. Something, it doesn't come out, then it could be troubled times for the nation. Period. Not just Republican Party. Troubled time for America, for all of us. So something's going to have to come out. This is a little different situation, I think. Bongino's worth $150 million, Sal, you asked earlier. Yes. Oh, wow. Wow, it's good money. He's doing well for himself. But, you know, he's not getting that now unless somebody's running his YouTube channel. I'm sure it's not going to be the same. Yeah, John Little. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be different from anything else. I think because we got caught with our guards down. We, like us, no, but government. Democrats, Republicans, Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, Barack Obama, I've said them all. I think we got caught, they got caught in a situation, and now they're at a point where something has to develop. Epstein didn't die. Raw meat eater. Yeah, that's right. He owns up. I thought he owned Rumble. Yeah. Partnership owned it. Yeah. Yeah. As far as Rumble goes, it's funny you say that. I didn't really... Well, it's not fair to make that judgment. I didn't give it a chance. I was going to say I don't like it. I really didn't give it a chance. I wonder if they are on the list. Who's that, Edward? See what Terry's got to say. I don't see the party crumbling by any means, but definitely taking a hit to survive. Yeah. It's not going away. It seems like, you know, a little lighter on the news today. What's up, Kevin? You know, you talked about, another thing is more weapons to Ukraine. So now the Trump administration is sending more money, basically our taxpaying money, to Ukraine. And then you got Mega complaining about that. See, Martella, how are you? So a lot of things, look, it's not going to be perfect, right, Ozzy? I mean, nobody said he was going to be perfect. I think that's why maybe I'm shocked, because you say, you know, he's going to be perfect. No, he's not perfect. But yeah, now we're sending more weapons to Ukraine. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he feels there's going to be a ceasefire. This will help. Who the hell knows? I'm hoping because I read something today that they're getting closer. We just don't know with Putin. We just don't know what's up his sleeve. Now, we've been on for an hour. I'll go a little bit longer. Congress people are on the list along with Hollywood stars. Teresa Miller. Yeah, Teresa's, he did say he wasn't leaving out any people from Hollywood. He did say that. And he also said there were some Congress people that are dead now, and there's some on there that are alive, but no sitting president or former president or vice president. This was according to Dershowitz, Epstein's lawyer. But yeah, I've talked about this, guys, the last 2, 3, 4 lives now. And Schumer, never liked that guy. Never liked that guy, Schumer. Never trusted him. Never trusted Schumer. Yeah, I'm reading that comment. Yep. So more weapons to Ukraine. DeSantis? I don't know. I think he's too much of a family man, Jeff. I don't think he's fit for president. Tom Hanks? Oh, maybe. Maybe. And even if they were there, Teresa, like Tom Hanks, we might be protecting Hollywood again. Let's just say that allegedly Tom Cruise, I'm just throwing a name, guy, probably not, was on that list. I've said this yesterday in my live. It doesn't mean he was doing anything. People go because they're curious. They want to look. Now, that's bad itself, but people just go because they're curious. They don't know what's going on. So, see, that's why I got to be careful, because that would open up a whole damn can of worms on that. He's doing great. I think he's doing... Ron DeSantis, he's a great governor. He really is. But I don't think he's fit for president. I watch him he's not quite the energy. I like more, and I'm just saying, for me, it's just my opinion. Maybe he needs more time. I think he's perfect as a governor. Maybe a small position in Congress, maybe. But maybe I'm wrong. But he is I brought him up because I think he's a good family man. Maxwell wants to testify. Full disclosure on Congress. Good idea. Yes, I think so. I think it is a good. I think it's great for America. Unfortunately, she's going to get a lighter sentence. But hey, if that lighter sentence means is closure and puts this to sleep, or puts this on a long-term timeout, I think it's a good idea to go to Congress. Let me just read something here. Now, I appreciate all new subscribers. Thank you so much, all the loyal subscribers. So Maxwell, who's 63 years young, is a 20-year prison sentence. She's already served 3 years for trafficking young ladies. And horrific, we all know what happened there. She could get a plea deal in front of Congress. Yes or no in the chat. I think it's good. So she could get a plea deal. She's not going to do it for free. She's not. I mean, she's going to want something. I'm saying 10 years. I don't know for sure. It could be 5 years, 15 years. I'm assuming it'll be half of her sentence. And then the other top story was Laura Trump says Trump is sending... Oh, excuse me. Trump gets it now. That's why I had my thumbnail. Trump gets it. He says, I quote, he didn't apologize, but Laura Trump says he was under a lot of, she didn't say stress, but working hard on important issues for all of us, meaning MAGA Americans, right? Democrats. He will pretty much, oh, they also asked Laura this, JFF88. Hello. They also asked Laura Trump this. Ben said this. He said, the interview, would you think you're going to see some names? And Laura Trump says, I think so. So now that just put Laura Trump out there. So she wouldn't have said it because she's the daughter-in-law, right? Elizabeth, how are you? I forgot that. I'm just thinking, I know she said it, not in those exact words, but we will see something. I think it was not names. We will see information. We will see some kind of information regarding the Epstein file. So we'll see, guys. It just goes like this, you know. Yeah, I just went over the Maxwell. I already gave my opinion several times. USA, welcome in here. I'm reading your comments. Just because they were friends doesn't make Trump in there. And by the way, the lawyer already said he's not. If you believe that. Look, if you're just coming in, according to Epstein's lawyer, no president, meaning Trump, former presidents like Biden, Barack Obama, Clinton's, or Bush, were involved with Epstein in any shape, form, or any kind. And as far as any Israel prime minister or anybody else, I also quote, he says he had no knowledge of that either. So basically what he's saying is, other people were. Possibly, he said some are dead. Some of the people that work in Congress are now dead. So, I don't believe it all. Clinton had a dress, seen that. I don't know how much AI that was, or this, that, whatever. I don't believe it. I don't believe that lawyer at all. He don't believe it. And he can't. On his defense, imagine if he came out and said, yep, it was this president, it was the vice president, it was this president, it was Senate leaders, it was this lawyer, it was Al Pacino, allegedly, it was Tom Cruise, it was Beyonce, it was Eminem, he started naming people. Come on. So, James Comey, John Byrne. Tish, they're definitely, in my opinion, guilty, big time. Trump was right about that, 100%. Don't think so, Edward. Richard, thank you for that donation. Appreciate you. See you on the next one, which will be, God willing. Oh, I don't know about tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. I have a late night, possibly tomorrow around this time. Thank you, Richard. Beastie Boys. President Trump made a new deal with NATO. USA getting paid for all weapons. NATO is responsible for weapons to go. Keeps us out of the middle. Okay. First time we are getting paid. Thank you, Lemon J, for that great information. It's great information. Everybody should take a minute or a second to read that. Yeah, better call Saul. But it's not Saul, it's Sal. All right. Dude definitely drank the Kool-Aid. Yeah, it was good. Claudia, it was damn good. It was strawberry Kool-Aid. I liked it. It was pretty good. Try some. Go Trump. Yeah, and Richard, number 1 on the chat there. Have a great night, mods. Well, Richard, you're a mod too, so thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate all the mods. Let me just check out that top fan here. Richard, Lemon J, Debbie, French, Detroit, hanging on 5. That's cool. Interesting. Amazing how YouTube engineer department. Shout out to YouTube on how they make things a little bit more entertaining, and with the chats and the symbols and of course the vertical lives and everything. Amazing job YouTube has done to make things more entertaining and easier on the phones, and amazing what's been accomplished in just last year or two. So now we had 67 likes in here. Appreciate everybody. So I'm going to read a few more comments and I'm going to wrap things up here. Nacho, I appreciate you tonight. Thank you so much. Oops, I didn't want that. All right. Are Democrats capable of doing anything? Terry, thank you for being here. Appreciate you, Terry. Hopefully, Alabama, you're relaxing and enjoying life in Alabama. Robert says, release those files. Trump's a liar. Appreciate your comment. Everett says, what a joker. Royce is in the house. Marshall, love the heart. Thank you so much. Now, thank you so much for everybody for being here. Now, I have plenty of short videos on helping the homeless, and make sure you take some time when you can and like and watch the short videos on making homeless awareness and trying to work on that as much as I'm using all my power and my strength to help out homeless people here as much as we can. Kyrox, working with some representatives in the government, and do what you could in your neck of the woods. They are human. Never forget that. And that's whether they're neighbors or people having hard times. We need more of helping out each other. Not just the homeless. We got to be, if more people can just take the time, and it doesn't mean money. It means good morning, hello, a cup of coffee, and just listening. If we can do more of that, my goodness, if the Republicans and Democrats can do more of that, wow, skies are the limit for our next generation, even for us, because we're not going anywhere, right? That's what we need more of. We need more of, listening and making a few errors, and then coming back strong and helping out your fellow neighbor and people out there. And that's what we're doing. And, I make it very quick on these homeless. Sometimes I talk to them after the camera. And all they really want is, aside from a water in this heat and little food, is a nice little conversation. And they want to make sure that they're still alive and knowing that another human is coming around. And they've had rock bottom before. And a lot of people say, how are they coping with the heat? I don't know, guys. I don't know. So thank you, Lemon J. So always keep them in your prayers and thoughts. And our prayers and thoughts are also in Texas. Another storm, more rain, and they still haven't found a lot of bodies. Man, I cannot imagine. Our prayers and thoughts are with those parents have lost their little girls, and also church leaders and people. What a mess. I'm going to get into talking about that too, because I want to bring that story up again, because I'm hearing different sides on possibly they could have done more in Texas and this and that. It's easy to point fingers afterwards. I'm not calling out Greg Abbott, but I might be calling out the mayor. I don't even know if he's a Democrat or Republican, because it doesn't matter. So we might be discussing that tomorrow. We'll see. Lemon J knows his stuff. I read his comments a lot. Thank you. Yes, great comments from Lemon J. And you too, Debbie Farron. Appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so very much. Now, remember, love yourself first. Spend time with yourself, your partner, your family before you go on the social media and Facebook. Don't get too caught up into the social media. Forget about your life around you and your family. I appreciate everybody being here and all the likes and subscribing. Thank you so very much. God bless Donald Trump. God bless America. And God bless you and your family. I will see you on the next live, most likely tomorrow, God willing. Love you all. Take good care.